First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Now Dalton going to throw right away. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
From the 41, Dalton. Smith catches left side. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now the first pass of the afternoon is complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. Now it's 2nd and 9. He's going to try and take off with it. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Open man, there is Patterson, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. I'll give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Now he's flushed out right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. That'll be caught downfield by Bird. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now. Way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Here's Patterson again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Algier. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So on 4th down, Ritter heads to the sideline. Younghoe Koo gets set for the Atlanta field goal. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Koo knocks this one through the posts. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 30 on second down, Dalton. There's Chris Olave. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Three 0 after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Game time. Let's go do this thing, baby.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Dalton here from the gun. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
7 yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. Here's Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Kamara. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
He gets it halfway there with that run. I think you play up-tempo, get right back on the line of scrimmage, and hammer at him again.
On 2nd and goal, Dalton. That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the lead. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. To the 43, second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw toward the sideline, and he will have the first down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. Now we're going to get another look at this one. Dennis Allen not happy, so he has thrown the challenge flag. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On second, here's Algier. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Zacchaeus here hauling it in. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Down to about the 32.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Koo knocks this one through the post, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So what's coming? I'm coming. Hey, praise y'all. It's game time. Give us y'all. Here we go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go right here. Come on, time to play. We gotta be big time now. Let's go, y'all. I know you hype. I know you hype.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Arnold Ebiketie, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Again, it's Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta. This is taken at the 23. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with a little under, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but the Falcons were able to recover, so they will keep possession. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On fourth down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. That's taken it around the 40. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Second half will start with a run by Patterson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
2nd and 9 now. That's taken in by Ferkser. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Straight ahead, Patterson. They find some open field here. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Running the counter, Patterson. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Haven't met a defensive coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job holding to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on first down. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run with Patterson. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Demir Bird, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Now Arthur Smith going to tell the offense to stay put. We're going for 2. Ritter will throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Let's go get it now. Let's go to the whistle. Let's go do this. Let's get it done. Me and you, baby. Me and you. Make it work for me. Come on, baby. Get it.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Dalton. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Second and 4. Throwing, Dalton. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Smith catches left side. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Trying the left side with Kamara. And some room to work. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They run it again with Kamara. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Dalton now to pass. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The kick by Lutz is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Here we go. Let's do it, things. Let's do it, things. Every day, let's do it with you. Every day. Let's go now. Let's go. Do it. Here we go. Here we go. Leave it all out here. Leave it all out here.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Got a man. It's Patterson, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And this will be a Falcons 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. 80 yards rushing for him now to this point. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's the option going left on 2nd down. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a third down and about 9 to go.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Zacchaeus. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely. No matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Dalton's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Here's Dalton. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This will be Dalton again. Back to Kamara for another catch. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And a short gain down to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. And Dalton to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down. That sets up a 1st and goal. Here's Dalton. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick, not have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
Kamara up the middle. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Let's go now, let's go.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. And this one is incomplete. Now Patterson to start the drive. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. First and 10, it's Patterson. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Once more, they turn to Patterson. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets them to about the 44. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.